If you don't avoid the 5 nutrition mistakes I'm going to share in this video, you're going to struggle to get lean, healthy, and fit. Especially if you've got a busy lifestyle with a goal to lose anywhere from 20 to 60 plus pounds and keep it off. Over the last 15 years, I've tried every diet, every macro split, and every gimmick out there. So I want to spare you the initial trial and error and warn you of the red flags to avoid. At the end, I'll share proven calculations, meal plans, as well as a few cool free bonuses to help you get started right away. Before I dive in, a quick intro. My name is Akash Vaghela, and I'm the founder of RNT Fitness, a world-leading body transformation platform for men and women who want to get into the best physical and mental shape of their life. My goal with these videos is to give you actionable tools you can implement right away to look, feel, and perform better. So hit the subscribe button for more, like this video, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Okay, let's get into it. Nutrition mistake number 1, going too high in protein. As a skinny guy wanting to gain weight, I thought it was all about protein. I blamed my lack of muscle mass on the typical low-protein South Asian diet I grew up on, and so thought the fastest way to reverse this was to pound as much protein as possible. When I was searching for answers, all the bodybuilders in the magazines were saying I needed to push my protein up to 2 grams per pound. For context, that was anywhere from 320 to 360 grams of protein at the time. After months of expensive food shops, terrible digestion, and no real gains, I thought something wasn't quite right. Because I was eating so much protein, I was so damn full I couldn't get the necessary calories overall to support muscle growth. That, combined with a huge stress on my digestive system, meant my body just wasn't in any position to be building any muscle. When I reduced this to about 1 to 1.2 grams per pound body weight, that's when I started building muscle and making some real tangible progress. In more recent years, I've lowered my protein intake down to 0.8 grams per pound body weight and seen no detriment to progress. This reaffirms the protein target I like for our clients, which is typically 0.8 to 1 gram per pound. Nutrition mistake number 2, being scared of carbs. One of the reasons I put my protein intake so high for so long was because I was terrified of carbs. There was even a period where for 12 months, I don't think I ate carbs for more than 1 meal every 7 to 14 days. I fell for the belief that unless you were a certain body fat percentage, carbs were the devil. The problem was, I'd go very high on protein and fat instead. This continuously threw my calories off, as I thought of protein and fat as free calories. So when it came to leaning out, I'd never get in shape. Now, I'm very much a high carb, low to moderate fat dieter for myself. I like to keep my carbs as high as possible during a dieting phase to boost my performance with my workouts. This may not work for everyone, it's just the way my body responds best. What I did learn from this is restricting carbohydrates to that level doesn't work for many people over a long enough period of time. I just don't think it's very practical. It's unsociable and just a pain to plan for and stick to with ease. It's also why I'm not a big fan of ketogenic diets for long-term weight maintenance. If, however, you are someone who thrives off lower carbs and you find it's easier to manage with your lifestyle, then by all means, go for it. Ultimately, you've got to go with whatever you find easiest to control your calories without too much food focus. Which brings me on to my next mistake. Nutrition mistake number 3, not measuring my intake. Because I believe that protein and fat were free calories, I never bothered to measure my calorie intake. When I look back and think why I was never able to get really lean until I competed in bodybuilding in 2014, it's for this very reason. I lavishly pour almond and peanut butter on celery sticks every night and think of it as a free snack. I was going through a couple jars a week, so you only need to do the maths to know that I was taking myself out of a calorie deficit on a daily basis. Almost everyone underestimates how much they eat, so if you're not measuring, you're guessing. The worst part about this mistake is you think you're being healthy and on the right path to losing weight because of all the clean, healthy food, but you're actually getting nowhere. There's literally nothing worse than thinking you're dieting, but not actually dieting. You just end up tired, frustrated, and ready to call it quits. If you're trying to lose weight, you may as well do it right, do it once, and do it as fast as you can. Most diet mistakes tend to point back to this one. So if you're in a plateau or you're struggling, fix this first. By the way, before we dive into the next one, if you're a busy professional who wants to get into the best physical and mental shape of your life, but you want to eliminate all the guesswork along the way, book a call with my team at RNT Fitness to see if it's right for you. Simply go to www.rntfitness.com/pro or click the link in the description. Nutrition mistake number 4, planned and regular cheat meals and refeeds. During my low carb days, I'd have one planned cheat meal every Saturday or every other weekend. This could be anything from pizza, pasta, or burger, or whatever. It was a meal where nothing was tracked, and I used them in the belief I was spiking my metabolism and refueling my glycogen stores. This may very well have helped fill up my glycogen stores, but with the amount of protein I was eating, I'm sure a fair amount of it was already being converted into glucose. In reality, it was serving no real purpose. The problem was, around 2013, I was carrying over this mentality of pre-planned regular cheat meals or refeeds into my clients' plans. And I did this for a while, until I was speaking to a colleague about why some of my clients can never get leaner despite pushing so hard. He took one look at the plans and said it was because of the pre-planned refeeds. Instead, his advice was to only give refeeds and cheat meals when you really need it, and it serves a real psychological or physiological purpose. As soon as I adopted this, my results skyrocketed. The reality is, if you're a busy professional balancing work, family, and a social life, you're probably refeed by accident. Whether it's because of regular traveling, an unplanned meal out, or just life events, the chances of 100% adherence year round is very, very slim. Eliminating the idea of a cheat meal or labeling a day as an off day can do wonders for long-term success. The more I manage to stay leaner for longer, the more I realize there are no on or off days. It's simply a lifestyle. Once this mindset shift takes place, keeping the weight off becomes much, much easier. Nutrition mistake number 5, falling for supplement marketing. I used to spend thousands every year on supplements and would require an entire kitchen cupboard to store them. I've done a 180 and I'm now very, very minimal on supplements. I now only take vitamin D3, a multivitamin, creatine monohydrate, and a protein powder for convenience. But back in the day, I was loading up on digestive enzymes, liver support, HCl, leucine, glutamine, zinc, magnesium, glucose disposal agents, tyrosine, all sorts. The list was endless. The highlight of this supplement craze was my post-workout shape back in 2011. Because I believed that any flavored protein powder or amino acids was garbage, I'd add the following concoction around my workouts. I'd drink 40 grams of unflavored BCAAs during my workouts, and immediately after, I'd have 50 grams of unflavored whey, 20 grams of glutamine, and 5 grams of unflavored leucine. It was disgusting. The funny thing was, I was getting all the friends I was helping at the time on the same concoction, which they happily gagged away on. Most supplements are a waste of money or only worth doing it for a specific reason, like a deficiency or after a lab report analysis result. So the lessons learned from these big 5 mistakes. When you break it down, nutrition is much simpler than is often thought. Mainstream media, health podcasts, and diet programs will have you believe there's a secret hack or formula you're missing. But if your goal is weight loss, here's what you need to do. Number 1, multiply your body weight by 10 to 12 to give you a daily calorie intake. Number 2, eat 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of protein. Number 3, ensure 20 to 30% of your calories come from fat. Number 4, allocate the remaining calories to carbohydrates. And number 5, organize and schedule the diet in a way that fits your lifestyle. The real trick to nailing nutrition long term is finding something that's easy to stick to 80 to 90% of the time. And at the same time, rewiring your behavior, mindset, and identity to someone who enjoys being fit, healthy, and strong. When this clicks, your relationship with food improves, you stop looking for hacks, and your ability to portion control drastically improves. If you want to go deeper, I've got some cool bonuses for you. This video covered nutrition, but if you want the free training and supplement stack to go with this, coupled with access to our private WhatsApp community group for extra support, all for free, all you need to do is click the link at the top of the description where you can download a free 28-day program to follow. If you nail it, you can expect to drop 5 to 10 pounds in the next 4 weeks. I'll see you on the next one.